We are Garrett and Lauren, spare time travel vloggers, always looking for an adventure. This year we hiked the Everest Base Camp trek and had the time of our lives. Before the trip we had a million questions and most of them revolved around what to pack. In this video we'll share everything we packed in order to be prepared for the Everest Base Camp adventure. The time of year you choose to visit is going to determine your packing essentials. The weather changes drastically throughout the year.
Post lunch, 3 hours uphill.
Hands are cold.
Tomorrow I'm gonna bring my warm gloves.
And in peak season, the trail will be very busy. In spring, which is March through May, and fall, September through November, are great times to visit. The weather is a bit warmer and there is much less snow or rain. We decided to hike the Everest Base Camp trek in early March. This was towards the end of winter and it only snowed us one day and the sun was out pretty much every day, which was great. The trail was less crowded. Even though it was colder, we think it was worth it as the trail traffic really picks up towards the start of April.
Remember, the key is to not overpack and bring layers.
This morning it was very cold, so it's very important to have layers. We had a jacket on, down jacket this morning, and I have a t-shirt, like a mid layer on, but it is warming up very fast. So it's always important to have multiple layers of clothing so you can just strip it off as you go.
You're subject to a weight limit from the trekking company as well as your flight to Lukla. All of the gear in this video that we packed weighed less than 10 kilograms per person, and to help you prepare, you can get a luggage scale such as this one so you don't have any last minute panic attacks. Most tours you'll have the option to hire a Sherpa to carry your duffel bag and you will be carrying your day pack. Our tour operator, Outfitter Nepal, gave us the duffel bag for us to pack. And don't underestimate the use of travel packing organizers such as these because you will be packing and repacking your duffel bag and your day pack pretty much daily. I would recommend using a dry bag such as these. Due to the weather, snow or rain, you want to make sure that your clothes stay dry in the event you have some bad weather. Don't worry if you get to Kathmandu and you forgot some of your gear or you don't have everything you need. If you get here a little early, there's a million trekking shops with really high quality gear that you can buy. Some of you are often rentals that you can use and return them. So we highly recommend that. That way, if you're doing like a lot of traveling, you don't have to carry so much stuff from wherever your home country is to Nepal. Our tour operator, Outfitter Nepal, gave us down jackets, sleeping bags, sleeping bag liners. They really helped us out and gave us some gear that were really bulky, so that way we didn't have to travel with all that, and we highly recommend asking your tour company if they can provide some of that. Real quick, we want to thank the sponsor of this video, Level 8. We recently received this Grace extendable luggage carry-on series, and let me tell you, this thing has so much space.
On the front, my favorite feature is the laptop compartment that has plenty of space for my laptop and Kindle and all my other favorite electronics. On the interior, there's a handy pocket for undergarments and an entirely separate compartment for your shoes to keep it separate from the rest of your clothes, or at least that's what I use it for.
This product features a hard, durable outside shell, and I swear if I just threw it, it would hold up. Level 8 has a discount for our followers this holiday season. Use the link and code in the pinned comment for 5% off at checkout. Also, this product is on sale during Amazon's Black Friday week. Make sure to check that out. All right, thank you Level 8, and now back to the video. So for clothing, I brought 6 pairs of hiking socks and 6 pairs of underwear. Yes, you will have to rewear them, but you're really gonna be dirty, gross, and tired most of the trip, so it really doesn't matter. I also brought 1 pair of thermal base layers. I only had to use this one day. Most of the time, you know, it was decent weather, and even when it's cold, once you start hiking, you warm up pretty quickly. These are nice to wear when you're back at your accommodation because at the tea houses you stay at, there is no heat. They have a fire in the dining area where you can sit by to stay warm kind of during the evening. But once you're walking around and go back to your room, there is no heat. I brought a few pairs of long sleeve trekking shirts as well as short sleeve. Really, I like this dry fit material because it dries very quickly and it doesn't smell as bad. Hiking pants, I brought 1 standard pair of hiking pants and then 1 pair that has a little bit of insulation in it for those colder days. For our down jacket, we use these Patagonia down sweaters. This is very lightweight, packs down into a very small cube, and it's very, very warm. We highly recommend these. These are a little bit on the expensive side, so if you don't want to buy a new jacket, you can always check with your tour operator, as a lot of times they'll either let you use a down jacket or allow you to rent one. Make sure to bring a rain jacket and rain pants so you stay dry if it snows or rains. We also use these rain covers for our backpacks so that way our actual day packs stay dry and nothing got soaking wet. Check it out. You're gonna want a good pair of hiking boots because you're gonna be walking a lot.
On top of the Everest Base Camp rock.
8 days later. Now he's gonna go back.
It's important that they have Gore-Tex or something that makes sure they stay dry if you step in a puddle, if it rains or it snows. I use the Salomon X Ultra Mid 4s and they were great, and paired with a good pair of insulated socks, my feet stayed warm pretty much the whole time. Last but not least, don't forget a mid layer. I brought this Patagonia quarter zip and I also brought another one. This comes in handy to wear over your base layer but beneath your down jacket, so that way throughout the day when you start in the morning it's very cold, you'll likely have all your layers on, and then as you go throughout the day hiking and it warms up, you'll most likely take off your down jacket and you might end up taking this off as well. But that way you always make sure you're staying warm because the weather will change on you drastically.
Also, make sure to bring one pair of clothes to sleep in.
For clothing accessories, you'll want to bring a nice warm winter hat. I like this one from Outdoor Research. It's very lightweight and it was very, very warm. You also want a sun hat to keep the sun off your face, and the lower parts of the trail, it's not as cold, so you probably won't be wearing this the whole time, but this will be a nice thing for your head. Also, it's very, very sunny, so make sure you have polarized sunglasses. You don't want to be squinting the whole time, and you don't want to burn your eyes. Last but not least, a good face covering. This not only keeps you warm, but it also keeps you from inhaling all the trail dust. Parts of the trail are very dusty, and it also helps protect your face and your neck from getting sunburned. So the one part of my body that gets pretty cold are my hands, so I bought a new pair of insulated hiking gloves. The cool thing is it comes with kind of a lighter insulated glove, and then when you get higher up in elevation and it's really windy, you slip this on over it so it keeps the wind from getting through your insulated glove, and it really adds another layer of protection and warmth. These were very, very, very warm.
Also, you're gonna want a headlamp when you're hiking early in the morning and when you're back at the tea houses.
It's a really good idea to put a lot of thought into your toiletries. We made sure to bring a toothbrush and toothpaste, deodorant, really don't forget this one, hairbrush, hair ties and clips, moisturizer and chopstick. It is so dry up there. Sunscreen, contacts if you need them, Tums for your tum, nail clippers. Trust me, you do not want a long toenail in a hiking boot and you're out there for like over a week. Wet wipes, this is basically your shower, so get enough for at least 2 a day. Dry shampoo, face wash. There will be opportunities to splash water on your face and you do not want to waste it. A quick drying microfiber towel if you wash your face or opt for a shower. There are showers at some tea houses, but no towels. Hand sanitizer, toilet paper, it's BYOTP pretty much the whole way. Advil and Tylenol just in case. Any other meds, we brought Mucinex and Sudafed. A first aid kit, lens wipes for your sunglasses, altitude sickness medication if you're taking it. And finally, to hold it all, this Cotopaxi toiletry bag is a favorite of ours with all the compartments that keep everything organized.
Another key thing to think about is hydration. We recommend you bring a hydration bladder to put in your backpack, such as this one, probably in the range of 2.5 liters to 3 liters. I used a 3-liter backpack and it was perfect because I drank a lot of fluids. We recommend this Osprey brand. It's much easier to fill than the Camelbacks. You will need to purify your own water. You can purchase water bottles throughout the trek, but the higher up you go, it gets pretty expensive. So we bought these purification tablets and they worked great for us. I do recommend you put this in a separate water bottle first though, because they will stain your hydration bladder for sure. If you're into electrolytes, electrolyte sticks are always good to make sure you don't cramp or anything like that. So we always had about one of these a day. We did bring a few luxurious items with us on the trip. The first one being earplugs.
At this point, the tea houses are just filled with wild noises, like people throwing up from altitude sickness. Everyone seems to have the kumbu cough, including me, which is basically from all the dust and the cold air. The noises really comes alive at night between the snoring, the coughing.
And if you want to get some sleep at the tea houses, bring earplugs. And I both bought a Kindle. There's a lot of downtime. You usually finish hiking, I feel like, in the early afternoon, so there's a lot of time to talk with people in the tea houses, which is great, read some books, play some cards, so we brought a Kindle. For us, making these videos, we wanted to make sure we could charge our camera, so we brought an Anker power bank. This thing would charge our GoPro, our camera, and our phone if we needed it. We also had spare batteries, so this was nice to have. Laura had a camera clip, so it just went right here on her backpack, which was nice, so she could hike and the camera could be there without touching it. And then if she wanted to stop and take a photo, she could grab it and it was easily accessible. Also brought a pair of camp shoes like Crocs, and trust me, there's nothing better than taking off your hiking boots after a long day of hiking and slipping into those bad boys. As far as your day pack goes, we'd recommend having something between 20 and 25 liters. You really just want to make sure it's lightweight and it can hold everything that you're carrying for the day. Lauren loves this REI Flash 22 liter backpack. It has a lot of pockets for water bottles and different things, and you want to make sure that everything you need while trekking is in here, because you won't have access to your duffel bag while you're on the trail. So things like your layers, gloves, toilet paper, sunglasses, medicine, things like that, I would keep in your day pack. And then all the rest of your clothes and things like that, keep in your duffel bag. And make sure to keep your rain gear in there, because trust me, you don't want to be without that.
Remember to check with your tour operator to see if they can provide sleeping bags. We didn't want to spend a bunch of money on sleeping bags and haul it across the world with us. This saved us some extra money, as sleeping bags for cold weather can be quite expensive. But remember, you will need a sleeping bag. Also, check with your tour operator for weight limits for your gear. We carried our own day packs, but we hired a porter carry the duffel bag, and the duffel bag did fit our sleeping bag. I know that went pretty quick, so we have summarized our packing list with helpful links in the description below. Feel free to pause the video and jot this stuff down. We spent a lot of time overthinking all the worst case scenarios, but everything we listed was more than enough for the trip, and despite one tough snowy day, we never felt like we were missing gear, so don't be stressed and just get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Check out the links in the description and leave us a comment with your questions. We'd love to hear from you and help you prepare for your trek. Our next video will be everything you need to know guide for your Everest Base Camp trek. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.